want you to talk about your experience working with us, working with the Destiny Garden team back then, and which we are now Japada Travel. Just want you to share your experience working with us.
The experience is very good because it's splendid, and because I got a good cooperation from you guys. Your responses were very quick whenever I needed some documents and stuff. You explained every stages to me because since we met the first time, you told me what is needed for my application. I provided it, and you helped me with that, and I'm very glad about that. Then after that, I lost my phone, my smartphone. Then you took time and called me in my normal phone to inform me about my acceptance to the university. Then after that, you helped me through the stages, telling me which documents are important for the qualifications, the visa, qualifying for the visa, and I used those documents and I got my visa. Then yeah, that's all I can say.
I'm happy that you had a good experience with us, and also that you're here in Germany. And I thought, since I'm in Munich today, let's just meet up, get to know each other personally.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen always, but when I have a chance to meet like candidates that we have worked with, I like them to get to know that, okay, hey, they are real human beings behind those emails, you know. And I feel like it's always an opportunity to tell you more about us, to also let you know the different aspect that we are working in. And for us, it's not just about moving abroad. Moving abroad is one step, but like you were asking me today, you were talking about what are the chances to settle in Germany, you know. We're also talking about opportunities in Germany, you know, work and all that, language barriers, ticket. So it goes beyond just arriving in Europe or in Germany. It's also the life here, you know. Everything from accommodation to getting a job and maybe starting up a business, like if you're interested in also having your own business. You were talking about some of your friends who went to the US and decided to come back to Germany. Could you talk a bit about that, and what was the experience like? Why did they decide to come back to Germany after?
When I was looking for a part-time job, I met some Canadians. They
Okay.
came first to Germany, so they wanted to move to Germany. They found that they had some barriers, language barriers, and it was difficult for them to fit in Germany. So they went to the US, and they found that there's some problems with the health insurance system, and so they had to come back here. So that's what they told me. That's their experience.
But you, so far from what you know from those guys and maybe what you've heard or learned elsewhere, what do you think about living in Germany? For you, coming from Tanzania to Germany, if someone was contacting you from home and saying, "Hey Max, I'm thinking about where to move abroad," what do you feel? Like, this is not about promoting any country, whatever, but you've been living in Germany for more than 6 months now, right?
Yeah.
And I think you had quite some experience before you finally came here. So everything until now that you're here, 6 months later, you've had some challenges. What would you tell someone back home that, okay, hey, these are things to keep in mind, and would you recommend or not recommend?
Okay.
What would you say?
What I could recommend is that on coming specifically to Germany, is that the language
Yeah.
is really important, and
Yeah,
also
yeah.
the residence we're going to stay. You should also plan that before coming here. And another thing is that you should be consistently learning new stuff every single day, because the culture here, it's very easy for you to fit in if you keep on learning every single day. It's easy to do that, but if you just sit up and relax, it will be very difficult for you. Yeah, that's all I can say. And I don't think that's about Germany only, but I think it applies in any foreign country. I think so. Yeah, because the people who are born here, it took them almost like 20 years to adapt to the culture here. So you must learn every single day.
So Max, how are you settling in Germany so far after moving to Germany since March?
So far, I'm settling well. I thank God that I have some few friends, and I really know how to get around. Yeah, and I really know how to save money and stuff like that. That's really important. So
Okay.
so far, I'm doing well.
So, do you think you're going to be staying? I mean, I know it's a short time to decide, but
Yeah.
do you think you're going to be staying in Germany after your studies, settling down and all that, the system? You also complain about the social life.
So the social life here is a little bit difficult, but settling down, it depends on the job that I get and the money that I get and the possible income that I have. Yeah. Another thing on that, I mean, if you're used to drinking, you should stop drinking here, because beers are very cheap here.
People cannot brag about beer.
Yeah, people cannot brag about beer. You cannot brag about any drink that you want, because everything is that cheap here.
But it's funny, you think about Germany or you think about Europe as an advanced country, and then you think about stuff being cheap. Like how? How can that be? I feel like it's the value that you get for the currency that you have, because it doesn't cost a lot to get not just a bottle of beer, but a crate of beer, a pack of beer, 4 packs, 6 packs, whatever, and you get like really nice beer, premium beer, and not to mention the fact that they are thousands of them. I don't know who told me this, but it was a smart thing that I did back then. I quickly understood that I don't have to take all the courses at once. I think in first semesters I was supposed to take 7 to 8 courses per semester. But I quickly realized somehow, someone told me, I have no idea, I don't remember, that I don't have to take all the courses. So I was taking like 4 courses per semester. And that gave me more time to have a good social life in the sense that I could make some friends, meet up with them. And then I got like a mini job. I was working as a bartender. And at the bar, I told them, guys, I want to improve my German. So please only communicate with me in German. And then there were some other German guys that wanted to improve their English. They said, okay, Mike, I will talk to you in English and you talk to me in German. And I think that really helped me to improve my language. It also helped me to integrate into the system, that I could understand the people, how they think, how they, what they like, what they don't like. And I feel like one could have a really bad experience in Germany if you don't take the time and the precautions to understand the people. So I feel like from Africa, we are very open-minded. We're very friendly. I mean, this is the first time I am seeing you physically. Yeah. But I invited you to my aunt's home. We are drinking, you're talking to my brother, you're talking to my aunt, the brother-in-law, my wife, everybody. But I've not seen you before. You could be anybody. But I feel like I don't have that protective layer to say that, okay, I have to screen you and understand. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. But right now, I do believe we are genuinely having a good time. And so far, we did not just talk about your experience in Germany, but we're also talking about life in Africa, leadership, politics. And it's like I have known you for 10 years in a few hours, But in Germany, it's not necessarily the case. For me, I don't think it's a bad or it's a good thing. It's just about the people and understanding who they are, how they act, and then just knowing how to penetrate the system. Penetrate in the sense to understand it and to adapt. Because I feel like everyone really, you have to adapt. I came to Germany when I was 24, I was like a full-grown adult. I wasn't a kid anymore that, okay, I go to the playground and I make new friends. So I had to unlearn some things and then learn new things. And I feel like this is a major challenge when it comes to like socializing in Germany or in Europe generally. Because many people, we come as adults, we are like completely built and structured. You have to unlearn certain things and learn new things.
New things, yes.
How do you feel like you've been trying to understand the system, the people, the culture, and just making sure that you're not always feeling out of place?
I'm getting by because like the stuff, as I told you, that's something that you can do it because you cannot brag about. So I just found that I drink less than at home because at first I was really shocked. Beer was cheap, but now I don't drink that much compared to when I was drinking at home. Another thing is that the meals is that I don't eat a lot of meals per day because I know that it's very cheap. You can eat anything that you want.
I like the way you keep saying it's very cheap. Guys, don't get the wrong impression. It's not that cheap.
Everything is cheap except the rent. The rent is really expensive. Yeah, that's what I can say. But the basic needs in Germany are affordable. Are not cheap, but they're affordable. Yeah, that's what I can say.
How has the experience been like applying for jobs, mini jobs to earn some money?
Yeah, I've applied a lot of jobs, but the language is a little bit a barrier to me. But I keep on applying and.
Let me tell you something about the jobs. So 100% in your field, your domain, engineering, construction, the language is going to come handy. But I don't want you to feel like you absolutely need the language to get an opportunity. No, you don't. I think you have the most valuable necessity, which is your experience. You've been working in the construction domain for how many years did you work in that domain in Tanzania?
9 to 10 years.
So really what counts here in Germany is one experience. So your qualification counts, but before that, it's even your experience. You know why? Because your experience is a story that you're able to tell that is going to convince or help your potential employer understand that Max has the solution that my company is looking for. I want you to understand that for any German employer to hire you, first and foremost, they have a problem. And what I mean that they have a problem is there's a need that they need to fill in. Something is missing. They need someone to come and fill that in. They're having a challenge. They need someone who is able to come and solve that. So you're coming first and foremost as someone who is skillful and is able to solve that problem. That's the first thing. And how can you tell this? You can tell this by your story, by what you've done before. And what this means is much more important than the language is the experience that you have. And one thing you should also know now is that German companies are expanding. One of the things that has kept Germany as the number 4 global economy in the world is they encourage small businesses. You're asking me about how easy is it to start a business. It's very easy. It's as easy as having €1. In German, it's called Stammkapital. Stammkapital is like startup capital. They've made it so easy see that sometimes even with zero capital, you can even start a business, or with even as low as €1. Now, what this translates is they are encouraging entrepreneurship, and what that translates to is people who are innovative, who are able to bring in solutions to problems,
Okay.
people who see things from different perspectives. I just want you to understand is to know that hey, beyond the language, what's even more important is that experience that you have, that value that you're bringing from Tanzania to Germany, and you're telling them that hey guys, I have worked in this industry for these years, I know these things. And what you would also find out is that how it's done there is very different from how it's done here. So you're bringing also a different perspective. So you have a lot of value to offer, and you should see yourself as a consultant, as a specialist, because you are. Whether it's better than Germany, it's worse than Germany, it doesn't matter. But the truth is that you know how it is done there, and that is something that they can learn from you. Let's talk a bit about what you're studying. Tell us a bit about what you're studying, the course name, and also like the components.
Okay, the course name is engineering management. But when I came, went through the course, found out that it's a degree, but it's a mix-up of industrial engineering and management.
Okay.
And which industrial engineering complies of mechanical engineering. So, yeah, so it's a little bit difficult. So
Okay.
I didn't notice that, but I noticed that too late, near the exams. That's why I didn't pass all the subjects.
But do you feel like this is going to help you in the next stage, moving forward,
It's
career-wise?
yeah, it's going to help me because it's very demanding and it's very unique per se, because we do software development, we do some coding, we do some mechanical
So
engineering.
Max, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
So what message do you have for fellow Tanzanians, fellow people from Africa, East Africa, who want to come study, who want to go study abroad? You're studying here 100% tuition free. You pay like €120 for every 6 months.
Yeah.
What value do you feel like, hey, you can share with people back home who want to come study abroad, or who are thinking about going abroad to study?
What I can say is that people are saying that many of us Africans, we have a notion that when you learn something, something ends, then you start relaxing. But when I came here, I learned that there is no relaxing in life. So we should keep on learning.
Don't sleep, wake up.
Yeah, we should keep on learning every single day, and that we should love learning. We should love learning. At least every day you should learn something new.
Yeah.
And implement it in your small life.
Yeah.
We should keep on learning that because, for instance, in Germany, you can find a very old person, maybe 70s, 80s, knows how to check on emails, knows to do a little bit of coding, can do a little bit of, I don't know, you see? Yeah. So he learned that way. That we should not keep on relaxing, and there's no an end in knowledge. Yeah, that's what I can say. That's what I've learned in the 6 months I've been here.
Alright, so this is Max. So Max contacted us back in 2021, and we helped Max with the admission process, and also going through the visa application, blocked account, and everything until he came to Germany. Max is in Germany now for over 6 months, and things are changing. He's learning new stuff. He's also seeing things differently. I really like it that Max is also encouraging people that they should keep learning. Learning never stops.
Yeah, it never stops. Yeah.
This is something that I've never thought about it so actively, like you just explained it, but it's something that I do passively.
Yeah.
I'm learning new stuff every day.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this, and feel free to get in touch with Max to ask if you need anything. And Max, thank you very much.
Worry out, bro. Okay.